Hello, good morning everybody. Just testing the microphone, it seems to be a go. Hello. How are you guys doing today? It's nice to be here again as usual. And I'm thinking about what I want to do with Heaven Orb. So... Heaven is opposed to Earth. Earth is the generative power. Generative and spontaneous. Nurturing, growing. Heaven is the what's the word? Constructive, coercive power. It controls nature and imposes will upon it, so it's very ordered, structured, controlling and driving force. It is also somewhat destructive upon nature. So I'm going to try and capture that. I think in Minecraft terms, Heaven is probably the end. So perhaps we can use end stone. But the end is quite freeform, perhaps too freeform for what I'm looking for. So let's get a sphere in to start with. So we'll put here, I suppose. Actually, let's go around the other side and we'll put it near the other nice builds so that we can have a nice background instead of over this side with the ugly builds. Let's put it in about here, I suppose. Oh, and George, in answer to your question, it's around about 10 hours for each of these so far. 10 hours, maybe slightly more. I think the fire one was more like 15, this one was about maybe 8, and I think the earth one was about 10. Alright, so let's choose this spot here. So, what kind of sphere do we want? Let's do a H sphere, just so we can see what we're dealing with. That's a hollow sphere. End stone, is it called? End stone 32. There we have it. Bish bash bosh. Whoops. Nothing there. Okay. So, is that the same size as that? Yes, I think it is. That is ugly, is what that is. Just ugly. So if we were going to do something with endstone, it's paired with obsidian in the game. Throw a few of these around. See, I mean, it is a nice pairing. It is a nice pairing of blocks, but I think maybe I'm trying to stick with the Minecraft worlds a bit too much. So maybe not endstone. Let's undo this. In fact, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to have a quick palette test. So let's go for just a little bit of endstone, say. Bring it around. And then we could have some structures of obsidian, assuming we were going to go with obsidian. So endstone is actually kind of inverted cobblestone, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. What other colours could we use with this if we wanted to make it happen? Ooh, difficult. Redstone, what would that look like? Stone block. Maybe a redstone block. Excuse me one moment, I'm just checking my sound. I want to make sure we're getting a good listening experience. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna get back to the building. So, I suppose maybe an inverted color palette to this one. So the opposite of grey is grey. Probably that, isn't it? The opposite of brown is again brown. It's sort of these are very neutral colours. We can't really easily invert them. Alright. So, I mean, maybe we should go back to what we know. Oh, thank you. Maybe we should go back to what we know about the build definition. As I say, very generative, structured, orderly. So perhaps some very geometric shapes might be interesting, although that's quite difficult to pull off in Minecraft. Oh, I'm having a brainwave. How about something like so let me quickly mock up an example of what I'm thinking of. I'm imagining floating, kind of concentric, or maybe not concentric, but do you know a do you know the what is it called here? Kind of an alchemical, not alchemical, but old-fashioned kind of model of the solar system, using rings of copper, bronze, to map out the universe. I'm imagining something kind of like that, so kind of rings of copper, perhaps with runes and things on it. So let's see if I can't find some material that would be appropriate for that. What would be appropriate for that? Concrete, yellow concrete. But there's not really a bronze block, is there? Unfortunately. I mean, there's a gold block. So let me just, yeah, quickly try and make a... So, I'll do voxel gold block. Well, that worked pretty much exactly straight away. And let's do voxel here, this one. And we'll do brush size, what's that? So that's probably size 10, is it? We'll do size 9. Oh, I see what, I know what brush we're using here. Brush cylinder? Not called a cylinder, is it? It's called a disc. Brush the disc. Okay, here we go. Not there, I suppose. So, I'm imagining kind of something like this. Hello! Where we're having, as I say, perhaps highly kind of decorated. So maybe with jewels and things in it. Kind of suspended in the air. Yeah, I think this can work. So almost like a big mechanism. If Earth is representative of the world as an organism, then heaven is representative of the world as mechanism. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it's going to be tricky for me to get... It's going to be a lot of world edit to do this. So let's... First of all, I'm going to do real quick sphere 1 redstone block. Is it slash sphere? Oops. Sphere redstone block 1. Whoop. It's dark in here. Okay. So, we'll say that's the center. And in order for that to be the center for our commands, we're going to need to do some... just hollow it out a little bit. So I think if I stand in there... pop. If I fits, I sits. So from here, I should be able to generate some spheres around the place. But I'm a little bit troubled about how I'm going to do it exactly. So I mean, I suppose certainly for let's try something like that to begin with. So we'll do just start kind of easy. Voxel. So we're going to do a disc. So I'm taking a brush disc. I'm going to take voxel of gold. And I'm going to go for, actually, brush disc true, I think? True circle mode on. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whack this down. Oh, I need to change the brush size. So we'll do size 32. Warning, large brush size selected. Boom. Okay. So there we have it. In fact, here's what I'm thinking. We could do a kind of a snow globe thing. So we could have... underneath here, we could have the idea I originally envisioned with lots of kind of rings and things. Intricate rings, kind of like this, happening underneath. And then on top, we could have a really kind of carefully manicured... castle or structure and very unnatural looking gardens and things on this perfectly flat thing. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. So I need to find the center here. So it's somewhere here. About here maybe? It's not here. It's back there, okay. So, center is there. Okay. So this is a lot of space to play with. And we want to try to keep the sphere shape. And I also want to keep keeping with the theme. So this is going to be a horrible, horrible palette. But we'll play with it. In fact, I'll set it up in the center here. So primarily, we're going to have gold. We're also going to have... what else is beautiful, ostentatious, ugly block? The terracotta could come into this. Something like that. That's a bit not right. Quartz would definitely be here, I think. Quartz of various types. So we go for this, and we can go for... chiseled quartz, and we can go for yeah, so those guys can be on this block. And what else can we get here? Snow, maybe? Obviously we want these guys. Stairs. That's cool. Sea lanterns could come in handy. They look a bit ethereal, don't they? What else have we got here? Stained glass, maybe? I'm imagining no stained glass here. No glass at all, perhaps. Bone block. We don't need that. Yeah, I guess for terracotta, and there's not much in the way of blocks that I really want there. Concrete. White concrete maybe can come into it. Is that it? Is there not? I'm kind of looking for diamonds and... is there not an emerald block? Oh, there is an emerald block. That's an ugly block. Kind Gold block we've already got. Diamond block, also ugly. Yeah, so let's put those out. And I suppose redstone block too. Because that's kind of... I was standing for ruby, and I suppose there's lapis block too. So there we go. That can be our palette, I think. So, hello! So what I'm thinking is we can use these guys to form the main structure. This can be our lighting solution, is this light? Time set night. Yes, so that can be our lighting solution. This is... what is this one? Is this what diamond looks like now? Oh, it's a little bit nicer. So these 4 can be just decorations. Yeah, okay. So let's start with perhaps some kind of a wall. So I guess I'll start. We need, certainly what we need is we need a diagonal wall piece, and we need a straight wall piece at least. So let me just pick up. I'll make a new palette actually. So let me just replace my old one. Say this one can go. So we'll just grab gold there. Actually, I'll put that one in there, and we'll get bing, bang, boom, bosh. Is there a quartz slab? Yes, there is. And which one are we going to use the most? Let me take that one. Okay, and we'll just save that as, I think it was 4. I hope it was 4. I don't think it was, but it doesn't matter too much. So, let's get started then. I'm gonna put layout first of all. Just want to kind of see what I'm going to be working with. I think that's going to look okay. I'm thinking go white at the bottom with a top of gold. But don't panic. I'm just trying to map out exactly how the kind of color scheme's going to work here. And I don't know. Let's just do a little bit of tend detailing there. So something like this. So a white wall topped with a gold detailing. But let's bring that forward just a bit so we can get the kind of impression of a wall. Yeah, whatever, that'll do. Okay, I'll just put something in there. So there we go. Is that gonna work? Maybe the gold at the top and the bottom is too much, but don't see another option really. I think this can work. Maybe we don't need quite so much heavy gold detailing on top. Okay, so let's have a look at how exactly we can style this wall. So I want the basic wall piece to be, I want it to be reasonably tall. So let's go with let's do a pillar first. So this will be a pillar block. So let's go for kind of a Greek style pillar. I know the Greeks' walls didn't look like this, but we don't have to respect that. We can see that's way too heavy. So maybe we could make this section double width. So let's try that. Whoops. We'll do a double width section there, and like that. Yeah. So something like that can work, I think. And then we can have on top. Gold is a difficult block to work with. In fact, it's not one I've ever worked with before, so we're going to see how this will work, if at all. So maybe we could make the tower of this wall something like this, perhaps. I'm imagining kind of rising to a point, almost like, say, the Kremlin with those pointy little domes on top. Oh gosh, that's ugly. Let's not do something like that. Die. Maybe this is too heavy. Let's here's what we'll do actually. Let's build in a nice row the various possible towers we could have. So the most basic one then. I mean, we're gonna have to have a pillar. There's no questions asked about whether or not we're using a pillar for the tower. The most basic one perhaps is something like this, say, slightly taller than the wall and then just topped. And I mean, that's cool. It's got simplicity. I suppose the next thing, same thing again. Or actually, let's put a little more space. Same thing again, except perhaps we embellish a little bit at the top. So maybe something like this, say. Yeah, something potentially like that, or with a sea lantern. Maybe one on top as well. Okay, what's the next thing? I suppose is a heavier one. So let's try a heavier base. Something like this creates a heavier base, although obviously it's going to be in the wall, and so we probably wouldn't have. Oh yes, it is 8:24 in my country. I'm in the UK. Where are you from? So let's top here with. I mean, the other option is not to go with gold. I mean, maybe going without gold is probably a good idea. I'm starting to regret thinking that using gold was going to be a good idea. I mean, what we maybe could do is integrate gold into it. So what if we were to do something like... so these pillars are not working really all by themselves. I'm going to try working... Let's get that pillar here, and we'll put another one here just for the testing so that we can have the wall in between. And we'll go for block of quartz for the wall. Although, of course, we could use white concrete. So if we were to go like that, and then we had, say, chiseled quartz blocks along the top, that could work. That's a little bit less ostentatious, I think. It's more subtle, which is kind of, it's bearable even. I wonder what concrete is going to look like. White concrete. Oh, it's not as white. It's kind of the slightly wrong shade, isn't it? Yeah, not quite the right colour. We'll stick with the blocks of quartz for now. Yes. Okay. So let's try building a wall kind of in this style. Perhaps this can be the main kind of repeating section of the wall. Something like this, maybe. I mean, not having the overhang adds a certain kind of simplicity to it. But whether or not we want that is a good question. As I said, this is supposed to be somewhat ostentatious, so maybe we don't want that simplicity. And we do want an overhang, say. Something like this. Or perhaps something more like this. Maybe not like that. I would want to go more like this if I was going to do that. I mean, that does look kind of cool. And what could we do here? If we had to, we're going to have crenellation, say, could we do that? Yeah, I'm getting kind of Mesopotamia kind of vibes from this. Especially the kind of the frieze at the top there. Go like this. You just get the gold kind of peeping out a little bit. Down here. I mean, that could work on the edge of the walls. How that's going to work with corners is anybody's guess, and in fact, I'd be tempted to take these away because I'm not sure they'll work on the corners really. We could just go for blocks of quartz, like this. Yeah, maybe that can work. Let's try extending out by one here. Probably copied this to make it a little quicker, but it's okay. We'll go up to here, bring this one over here, one back. We'll get a slightly wider section there. Oh, we could even put something in the middle there. How about a sea lantern? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Boom. Oh yeah, I like that. That's nice. And maybe we don't need this. Maybe we can just have the wall like this. Like it's supposed to be a bit abstract. Oh, how about we mixed? If we were to mix both here, actually, that could be nice. We could even move this up by one. And have this. Okay, I think I need to move it up. Yeah, maybe. Move that up and that up. And then we could have a mixture perhaps of these two wall elements. Have to be like this, I think. Maybe on top as well. Yeah, so this could be the center perhaps. Let's have a go with this, see if we can do this. So see if I can get a copy of this. Be about here, I think. +2. So if I copy this, I'll stand here. Copy that. Paste it over here. Where's the middle block? About there. Bing. Bing bada boom. And we'll do a // paste. There we go. And then we can get adjacent to it this one. And we'll copy that from. Oh, gonna have to be a little bit tricky. Oops. Copy that. We can paste that in here. And that will do that, and then we can paste it in here as well. So there we have the precursor to perhaps. Maybe I should make this a bit of a gate. Something like this, perhaps. I mean, I know this is one-sided at this point, but we can deal with the back later. Maybe quartz slabs are better here. Like this, perhaps. I mean, it's kind of like a gate. And hopefully through that we can see some more stuff. Hello. Okay, so let's move back the next section. So the next section is going to have to be. Let's just try paste again and see if what happens there. Because while we can do that this time, it's not going to work next time because we're really running out of space to place it. That looks okay though. That seems just fine. And we can do the same thing here. So let's do that real quick. Yes. Actually, what's really important, if we want to duplicate this all the way around, we only really need to complete 1/4 of it. We don't need to bother with... Actually, if we complete it up to here, we can rotate as well. So, yeah. So that's kind of nice. Now we're going to have a problem, though. Well, we can... Let's stretch it one more, just to cheat a little bit. We will... Yeah, just cheat a little bit so that we can fit another one in, and then we're going to have to worry. Whoops. That was a mistake, but it doesn't matter. Paste that. And paste that here. Whoops, that was a mistake for sure. This is just my server. It's just running on my machine, so it is private in that nobody can join except me. So there we are. It looks pretty cool. And now we're going to have trouble. So now we're going to have to figure out how we can put this in a diagonal. Or else we're going to have to just do it by hand. And that's what I'm going to do. So I've got these double pillars here, so that's probably what I should do again. So I'll do that here. So we'll get the double pillar in there. And then we're going to have to step back, do the back here. I should have done the back before, because otherwise now I'm going to have to do it all by hand, I guess. Oh well. So get the back in there, and we can bring this... Gonna have to come back there, I think. That's going to be the main difference here. Gonna have to bring... Yeah, I guess that's what we'll have to do. No choice. Get that in there. This isn't going to work, really. Guess I'll need to place the other one first. So let's keep this facing forward for now. And we'll bring this up. I used to have a public server, but it didn't. In the end, it kind of became a bit of a chore to maintain it, so I gave it up in the end. Okay, I see what the problem is here. So we've got the... Unfortunately, what we have is... Oh, yeah, that can work, I guess. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, we'll keep that. But yeah, I used to have a server, but just maintaining it was just too much effort, and it wasn't really what I wanted to do with my time. So I gave it up. So thanks, but I guess I don't really need one. But yeah, so from this angle, it looks about right. I mean, it's a bit awkward, but it's always going to be awkward. Like, there's no two ways about it. So at least at this point, we're going directly diagonal now. So I can... I can get... so we're going to go one here. And we're going to put a step going, I suppose, in the same direction. And then we're going to have block here. And blocks here. Oh, except it needs to be back one, doesn't it? I mean, maybe like this, then? and we have it kind of an interior. Yeah, maybe that's the best way. And then we can go like this. And we can put the tops on. And we need to put gold in there, but we're only going to be able to fit one step in, or maybe a slab is better to prevent. Yeah, I like that, I suppose. And then we can have... Maybe we should put this on the... No, on the outside, I guess. Oh wait, no, it's going to have to be on the inside, because otherwise they're going to overlap. Like that? Yeah, I guess that works. Oh, that's a shame. Well, let me think about it. If you want, you can shoot me a message with if you shoot me a private message with what you're thinking about. I'll have a think about it. Maybe the live stream is not the best place to discuss this kind of a thing. But yeah, if that's kind of what you're thinking about, as I say, if you shoot me a private message on YouTube, I will read that and think about it. Okay, so there, I think we're past the quarter mark, aren't we? Are we? Maybe. Okay. So, yeah, it kind of works. It's not the prettiest thing. In fact, it's real ugly. Yeah, it's not good at all, is it? I will have to decide how to proceed with this, because this looks nice. But the sides, not so much. I don't have a Discord. Like I say, if you shoot me a message on YouTube, I'll read it and I will have a think about it. You specify kind of exactly what you're looking at. Yeah, I don't really like this. How to do it then? Perhaps some... I mean, I could... At this point, I could just square it off. And just make a square there instead. Or I could try making a fence. I mean, heaven is often depicted with a fence around it. So the closest thing we have to a fence really is iron railings, I suppose, iron bars, to the kind of cartoon heavenly gates that we see. So I'm just going to have a quick go. I mean, this is kind of your cartoon heavenly fence slash gate, isn't it? Something like this. Wow, the bars look really ugly next to the quartz and gold. Do they make them darker? Alright, so something like that is kind of your typical heavenly fence. Whether or not I can fit such a fence in, it's gonna look terrible, isn't it? Nah, screw it. We won't do that either. So let's go for... Maybe it is best to square it off and bring in square in here and out here, and then we could put like a little garden in there, maybe? Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. Yes, that indeed, I think, is the correct course of action. Just excuse me for one moment. I'm just going to have a real quick break. I'll be right back in less than 2 minutes. I'll just spin you around so you can look at something more pretty about everything. I'll be right back. One moment. Hello. I are back. Just grabbing some water. Okay. So we're coming back over to this. So an option is perhaps going for gate style. Perhaps we could replace this section with a tower. So something along. It is block. It's edge centric, which means no space for cool constructions. But we can deal with that. I think we can fix it. Probably make it. I'm imagining this kind of Kremlin style dome here. Yeah, I think that can work. Let's go for that. See if we can build a cool looking tower here. And we'll build it on the back of these two. So from here, say, so that we get that block centrism. Actually, it wants to be here, doesn't it? It's here and here, is it? Is that right? Yeah. So that will get us the block centrism we're looking for, and let's just have a go at mocking it up so we can get the right kind of height before we get started. So this is kind of what I'm imagining, kind of that onion shaped topper, like this. I want to change it now, maybe more like this. Yeah, I'll figure that out. It looks about right though. Is that the right height? Yeah, whatever's going to be in the middle is going to be a lot bigger, so this will just nicely flank that. So let's go for, I guess, yeah, this height is probably fine. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's get the base here of our topper onion, and bring up the rest of the pillars. Is there going to be room for another one? Yeah, there should be. I need to remember there needs to be 8 of these guys, because of course 2 per side and there's 4 sides. So let's get this like this. And we'll have some gold just underneath. Up. And we'll have quartz down here. Fill that out real quick. Quartz block. Actually, you know what I may as well do? We'll just do this. Oops. Set quartz block. Mine you no work. It's a double slash. Gotcha. Okay. There we have a little tower, and we can do some more work on detailing later. I just want to make sure that the shape itself is right to begin with. So let's go here. In fact, let's cheat. We'll use discs, a disc brush, to make this a little bit simpler and take the guesswork out. So so they can use the well-leaded disc. Brush, cylinder, gold block, 3, 1. And there we have that one. And we're going to go for, I wonder if I can do, I don't suppose I can do 3.5, can I? Oh, I can! Oh, this changes everything. Wow, I did not know that was possible. We'll do the same again. And then we're going to do 3 again. And then we're going to do 2. And we can do the last bit by ourselves. That's not too difficult. So there we have a rather heavy golden dome. I think it's too big. Golden onion there. Maybe it's too big. Not quite the slender tower I was imagining. Yeah, let's try making a rival one on the other side here, which we will make real thin. So we'll place it. It's supposed to go here, isn't it? So really thin. Tower. Yes. Okay. And let's change block. Let's get quartz in here. So that's the center. And let's go for a topper of chiseled quartz. And then to top that one, we'll go with the gold. So let's put maybe that tall. And let's go with a need to change blocks. So let's do our cylinder block here. Our cylinder brush. We're going to start with 2. We're going to go 2.5. We're going to go for 2.5 again. And we're going to go for 2. And then we can do the last bit of hand. That's a bit more slender. Perhaps a bit more appropriate. But maybe I want to make it even taller. Let's try making another one here, and we can compare them all. So I'll just copy this actually, it'll save me a little time. Just copy, and we'll move over here, and we'll do a paste. Oops, that's not far enough. We'll paste it. I'll paste it way back so that it's got some space. Except that then I'm not going to get the right kind of comparison, am I? Okay, so let's try again. We'll make it taller and thinner. So we're going to start with a 2. Instead of 2... we'll start with a 1.5. And then we'll go for 2. And we'll go for 2. I wonder what happens if we go for 2.1, say. Nothing. Let's try 2.5 looks like. Okay, 2.5 is too much. Let's try 2.3. Nope. Yeah, whatever. We'll leave it. So now we'll go for 2 again. And we'll go for 1.5. And we'll go for the rest by hand because it's not that difficult to figure that one out. That's a bit more tall and thin. Hard to say which one I want to go with. Maybe I want to bring this up even more, actually. Can we do that? Even taller. Or maybe I can copy this one and try a different topper for this one. Let's do that. Copy that. Copy. And paste it over here. And let's go for taller and thinner one. So let's start then with we'll start with 3. It's not good enough. Actually it is, yeah, we'll start with 3. And we'll go for 3 point. This goes, no, let's not get carried away. That's what we did last time and create the huge one. So let's start with 2.5. Right, now we'll go for 3. And we'll go for 3. We'll go for 2.8. And we'll go for 2.6. And we'll go for 2.2. Whoa, 2.2, not 22. And we'll go for 2. I imagine that's going to be the same again. Actually, let's undo that. I don't want that. I'm going to go for 1.5. And go for 1. And I'm going to go for 0.5. And leave the top like that. Yeah, maybe that one's the better one. It's maybe more what I'm looking at. Kind of this Russian style. Yeah. What to say though? I mean, I don't want it to be too heavy. Yeah, maybe I could try an even lighter one. I'm not sure that you can get much lighter than this. I think we'll be losing the shape of it by then. Try one more different shape. Copy that. And we'll do a paste here. And then go for a small and thin one. So we do a 1.3, say. I assume that's probably just going to be the same as a 1. And we'll go for a 1.5. And we'll go for a 1 again. Well, that's kind of what we'll be having if we do it that way. That doesn't look much good. Goes like that, maybe? that. Just looks kind of anemic. Hello. Hi Jacob, how are you today? Maybe this one. Kind of bulbous, but tricky. Ah, welcome back, Robert. So I'm having trouble deciding on which tower I should use. We got number 1 here, thick and with kind of a thick bulb, or number 2, quite thick and with the thinner bulb on top. Number 3 with the thin, but with a very thin bulb on top, and then we've got 4 with the thin with the fat bulb on top. Let me know which one you reckon we should be using for this. So it's going to go in the position here on the left and right. Maybe this one could be taller. That might help. Let's try that. Maybe a little bit difficult to do that. Go here. Pause 1. And we'll go over the other side, and we'll go pause 2. And we'll do a cut. Do a cut. And we'll do a paste. And then what we'll do is just quickly pillar quad. So you like the 2 at the back here, the 2 with the thinner tops. 1552, so let's do that. This is so lazy. 1552. Actually, it's not that lazy. It's efficient on time. Time efficient is what it is. Here we are. This is a bit taller, does it? Now it's maybe too tall. Maybe I'll try. Let's try the topper here with on that one. Oh, except then we'll lose this. I'll have to cut this off. Pause 1. Pause 2. Cut. Paste. Get that down there, and then we'll take the pause 1 here, and the pause 2 here, and we'll do a cut, and we'll do a paste. There we go. So let's see what that looks like on the taller tower. Yeah, maybe that's the right thing. A little bit more slender. Some space for stuff in the middle. We don't want to be obstructing the entire build from this one angle, and maybe these will look cool en masse. Let's try that. So let's move this fat boy out of the way. I only really need the top, don't I? The rest is just the same. Pause 1. And we'll fly over here, and we'll do pause 2, and we'll just slice the top off. And we'll do a cut. And we'll do a paste over here. And let's copy this one. Want to start? Let's just start here. And pause 2 here. And we'll do a quick cutty. Copy. And we'll do paste in here. Something like that, and then yeah, we can try that, I think. And then what we can do is we can have actually let's do it on the other side so we can have kind of the comparison. So we'll bring this around like this so that we got room in there. And oh, interesting. Not exactly solving the problem. Okay, no, that's the wrong place. So we're going to have a block in the middle there that we're going to have to do something with, but I'll figure that out in a moment. That can go there. And we can, I should change over to my building set, shouldn't I? And we get the chisel quartz block here, and the blocks of quartz back there. And on top we're going to have gold. And the stairs go there. Nice. Okay, and I'm going to put this in here. Just to patch that up for now. Maybe we can get something else in later. So that's gonna be like that. Maybe this could come down a little bit, these towers, but let's experiment and see. So I'm thinking we could put some, I was imagining kind of golden trees maybe of the same stuff as in fact that almost looks like a golden tree, doesn't it? Yeah, golden trees maybe and things. I'm imagining kind of a little like garden. Let's just copy this. Copy. Paste. So these were originally supposed to join like this, rather than having double stacked. Probably gonna need to move this thing. Yeah, I think this can work, I think. So I'm gonna move this guy. Actually, screw this guy. I can just build it again. I know how to build it. Let's just get rid. Leave some room. Oh goodness, there must be a quicker way of doing this. Too late now though. Punch, 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 punch. Chonk, chonk, chonk. Cool. So we got, how far back is that going to need to be if we want to make a, where's the center block? It's here. So, this line here. So here's the point where it connects to itself again. Is it right? Oh yeah, yeah, I guess so. So if we do a paste here, how's that going to work? I guess that works, and then we can figure out what's going to go in the corner later. Yeah, we'll figure out what goes here and in that corner later. For now, I'm going to clear this pointless structure, and I'm going to fill out this section so that we can clone it all the way around, and we'll see what we're working with, whether it's exactly what we want or not. So this section here is going to be cloned to become the entire build, basically. or the entire walls of the build, I should say. So let's go for some slabs on here just to hide the gold. Because I don't want it to be visible from inside. Oh. Need to remember I need to bother with this section, this 1/8 of the build, and the rest can be copied later. Let's put that in there. Oops. And that one. Yes, excellent. Okay. So there's the exterior for now. We can maybe make amendments later if we want. And let's work on the interior then. So the interior is a lot less important because we're not going to be seeing it quite so much. But obviously it is part of the build too, so we can't completely neglect it. So I think I'm going to copy this, just make the same on both sides here. That one wants to go there, this one here. We go for this one and this one. Yes, and we can get that. Bring this one down. Up, I should say. So that looks about right, is it? Yeah, I think that's right. Same on both sides now. Oh, there's no stairs here. And the interior here, I don't... That visible? Yes, that's visible from outside. So let's at least make this strip of gold continuous. And then maybe we can do something with it. If we go like this, perhaps we can hide that gold. And then we could put slabs on top. And what we're left with is still not wonderful looking. But I don't want to use up more space than is really necessary on the inside, because it's not really going to be seen too much. And I don't want to use up more space than I really need to, because this is supposed to be viewed from outside. So the interior wall is it's very secondary, and I'm not going to bother sprucing it up too much, just for the sake of conserving space. This thing is a bit weird, isn't it? That's so far back. Why is it? Oh, it's because this one's so far back as well, but it's blocked. Oh, they're the same. I see. I could do something with this, I suppose. I mean, maybe I could bring this out. Put gold up there, maybe? Yeah, no. Let's not do that. How about a sea lantern? Yeah, let's do that. Just, and then a sea lantern. It will help light the build, and it will hide those lighting features from the outside, which is good. Let's get this one in here. One sea lantern in there, even though you can't really see it. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Ah, now we've got a problem, because this is a double whammy of a Yeah, okay, that's gonna have to do, I guess. Something like that. It's kind of ugly from inside, but no one's gonna see that. So let's grab a spot right here. And we're gonna clone this all the way around. Actually, what we can do, let's embellish this. I want to make a disc around the outside here. Of kind of cool disc. A disc of cool. This, I think. What wants to be more out too. So, oh, we found settings that affect battery life. And then I suppose just diagonally here. This is going to be testing my copy-paste skills to the limits, I think. Okay, so there we go. We've got... how are we going to do this exactly? I'm not sure. And is there room to do something kind of cool with this? I wonder if I could do something like this, where the pillars here are kind of radiating to join the... Oh, actually, that's not going to work. No. Alright, we can come back to this. I just want to copy the wall first. Okay, let's see here. So, pause one here. We'll bring this down. Do pause two here. And we're going to do a copy. Mirror, is it? Flip. Paste. Wrong. And we want to do an undo. I want to do a rotate 180. And then I'm going to paste. Oh yes, so of course this section here is being copied and it shouldn't have been. So let's kill that. And we'll see what we built for the main kind of gates to this place. That is the 4 cardinal directions, north, east, southwest. Or as known in Minecraft, directions, I suppose. Okay, so in theory this should be copyable to the other sides. I don't quite see how that's going to work. It's not going to work, is it? Maybe it is. So let's have a go with that. So I'm gonna... should really have grabbed that, I think, but whatever. Pause one there. Bring it over the other side. And we'll do a pause 2. I'm gonna do a... Oh, let's do some high-level techers here. Copy. Rotate 90. Paste. Rotate 90. Paste. Rotate 90. Paste. Oh, and there we go. And that's what we have for now. We've got these weird slivers of stuff that shouldn't have been copied in there too. Whoops. Hello. So let's see if we can just get rid of these a little bit so we can see more what's going on. Huh? Did I do pause 1 twice? Yeah, I did. Oops. What did I do then? I must have deleted something. What is that? How did this one get here? What? Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's do pause 1 here. Pause 2 down here. Set there. And this one. And we'll do pause 2, and we'll set there. And we'll get rid of this thing too. Yeah. Done. Okay. So, oh, we still got this one. This ugly thing. Pause 1. And pause 2. Okay. Hi, Gamebuster. How are you today? So here's what we have for our basic structure at this point. Yeah, I mean they're gonna make a good job of flanking whatever it is in the middle, I think. And we can potentially do something over here. I'm imagining, as I say, kind of trees kind of made out of gold. Sort of like this. On the edges there, maybe, although they're kind of blending in a bit. What we could do, actually, we could easily make some trees and then change them to gold. Oh wow, it's actually nearly 9:30. I'm gonna have to head off because I gotta go to work. So oh, that corner's gonna take some dealing with too. But I think we made a decent start. Here is heaven as a beginning. The bottom is going to take obviously some work too, but we getting started at least. Cool. It's the most important thing is getting the kind of the seal broken, I suppose. Yeah, that's a bad way of putting it. Yeah, getting started. Just because you guys seem to like seeing them. Here's the other builds. This one is heaven. No, it's not. This is earth. There is mountain, which is looking like a bit of an eyesore now by comparison. Needs a lot of work, I think. Down here we have wind, and over here we've got fire, and I think I'm gonna have to call an end to it at this point. Gamebuster. I was just gonna what I was thinking about the bottom was if you can imagine a old kind of Victorian era model of the universe where you have the spheres kind of mounted on circles and kind of rotating around each other. I was thinking I wanted to do something like that. So you see this little ring on the ground here, this kind of thing. So having like lots of rings coming around the bottom, with kind of highly decorated and stuff. Kind of what I was thinking. Maybe clouds is a possibility. Also, if that doesn't work out. Anyway, just before I go, I'm just going to see what it looks like at night. Time set night. Oh, that's quite nice. Kind of glowy. Ooh. Yeah, I'll probably put that in there, I think. Anyway, still a lot to be done, but we've begun, which is good. So, oh yes, an orrery. You're right. That's the correct term. Thank you. I shall use that term in future. An orrery. And now I really must be going because I don't want to be late for my job. So, thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed and aren't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And I hope to see you next time, when I will be continuing on with this work. There's still a lot of glowstone left on that build, isn't there? Whoops. Oh well. Thanks, and bye bye. How do I